Today is Sunday, January 31st, 2010. My name is Shane Hickey. I will be interviewing Edward Dubeck for the Veterans History Project. We are conducting this interview at VFW Post Number 2 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Sue Quinn-Morris from the American Legion in Cherry Hill, New Jersey will be videotaping this interview. Edward Dubeck was born October 16th, 1920 in Philadelphia, and he was in the Marines. All right, you ready?
Nice.
All right. So were you drafted or did you enlist?
I enlisted.
Enlisted. Where were you living at the time?
At home, Edgemont Street at home in Bridesburg.
Okay. And why did you join?
I joined because everybody else was joining, I guess. And trying to do my full part too, I imagine.
Why did you pick this service branch you joined?
Why? No idea really, you know, just the first thing that popped into my mind. And everybody keeps saying, did you go for the uniform? No. That didn't even dawn on me. That I went for the uniform anyway, I got there, but I never swore one, I never got one, and it was just like everybody else did. They also joined the Army, Navy, and what came to my head was the Marine, so I went in. One thing about the Marine Corps, I would say, I'm glad that I did what I did, I guess, is it's like family. It's all family. They really take care of the family, which I never knew that they got things done the way they did. Like, they let my parents know this and that and everything, and I gotta give my sister credit because she took my address down, everything, my outfit, thing I got there, and she was following it all up. Everything was in the paper, wherever. I don't think they had TV in my day, but anyway, that's what it was. She kept track of everything, and I never knew it until she broke down and told me about it all. I thought it was a good idea, you know, but I never knew how she knew that I was wounded and where I was, and I never knew all this stuff because I really wasn't getting letters. You know, the only letter I got was from my father. And you know, I wasn't typed to look for letters. I never wrote any letters. Maybe one. That was it. But we kept together pretty good, the family and this and that, until whatever happened. I never told them about it, but they found out about it. They knew it before I was even thinking about it. They knew everything. I don't know. That's a Marine Corps, I guess.
Okay. Do you recall your first days in the service? I guess when you first joined up, do you recall, I guess, what it felt like when you first joined?
Well, I wasn't by myself. I had to feel like the rest of them did. Nobody cared what was going on, and they knew what was going on, but I don't think everybody liked them. They got moved to enlist and all that because they had problems at home. In my days, it was like a depression out there. Nobody had nylon stockings, no butter, no nothing, you know what I mean? And it really paid to be home. But the war was on, we went. Not only me, all of us, the whole neighborhood. Aunts, uncle, everybody. So maybe it was a smart move too. I don't know.
Here's a question. How about boot camp? Tell me about your boot camp experiences.
I got pain in the rear. It was rough, but being an athlete like I was.
I was going to say, were you in good shape?
Oh yeah, I was in very good shape. Oh yeah, I was surprised that I did everything without any problems and. Went along with everything, passed everything, and that's surprised me more than anything that I'm doing it all.
Okay. Let's see. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so it says which war did you serve? World War II. So where exactly did you go? I guess. I guess where do you? I guess from boot camp on, like where places.
Boot camp. We went Camp Lejeune and New River, and then we moved out to California. And when we moved out to California, well, before we went to California, I got backed up now. That's right, we went to California, Camp Pendleton, from there, San Diego, right there, right? Yeah, okay. So that's where we were shipping out from San Diego.
And from there, did you go to Hawaii, or
What?
were you in Hawaii from there?
Yeah, Maui, yeah. Maui was right close. Oh, Maui's in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you went. So it was from North Carolina to San Diego, out to Maui.
No, from Camp Pendleton, away from
Camp Pendleton.
Camp Pendleton.
Yeah, that's Reavers.
Yeah, I went to Camp Pendleton, yeah.
Okay. And I guess, let's see. What was your job or your assignment? Is that an easy question?
Well, we started a new division, 4th Division. We started it right from scratch. First thing that came, everything that came in was new to us. The tanks, the guns, equipment, everything was new because we started a new division. And we never realized it, but it was. So it was interesting. It was nice.
The next one, it says, did you see any combat? I'm pretty sure we know the answer to that, but I guess you did.
Yeah, too much, I guess.
So were there a lot of casualties in your unit?
Oh, too much of it. Marine Corps, what's the Marine Corps? You're out to get killed, really, aren't you? You know, you're first there, first to land, first waves and stuff like that, you know. There's no backing off that. You couldn't back off. You just have to go along with it. They say wherever they want to push you, they're going to push you. So, never mind that.
I guess what islands were you on?
Well, we shoved up from San Diego. It was near Christmas time. It was like it was last week or a couple of weeks ago. And everybody, well, they got us together, you know. And a little loudspeaker, after we were about 3 miles out, a little loudspeaker that told us that we're the first American troops to leave the United States to go into combat. And we're going to meet the Japanese army. And never seen a white person with us, and they were stunned, you know. And we're going to meet the best, the real Marines. So that shook everybody up. From the street corner, stuff like that, they're going into something like that. That shook everybody up. Everybody started to write letters, and well, if they could, you know, there was no room to write. And they were trying to, they were all crying and whatever. It was hectic, really. It wasn't nice what they did that time. Tell us like that there. And then when we went topside, we more or less forgot about it all because we had to do exercise and whatever. So it didn't work. It wasn't right.
So where was the first island?
Roy and the Marshall Islands. And they said they were going to the Marshall Islands. Dubeck. What's a Marshall Island? We don't know. So okay, we'll go. I had to go. So we went. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy there. All the bombing they did, everything, we figured nobody's going to be on it. But we got fooled.
So then after that, where did you go back? After the first group of islands, where did you go back to? You can go back to California. Did you go that?
We went back to Maui to reorganize. Yeah,
right.
get new men and stuff like that. And
did you have time to relax when you were in Maui? Did they have, is that where they were putting on shows?
Yeah, they put on some shows. I met all them actors, Bob Hope. I spent a couple hours with Bob Hope and a couple hours all this kind of stuff. Not me. He was sociable. He did it with everybody. just not, it wasn't, if I'm saying me, I mean everybody. So it was nice.
You get to eat pineapples? I read places that people
We
got sick of
weren't allowed to,
pineapples.
no, I don't think I've seen a pineapple. We weren't allowed to touch nothing, all this kind of stuff with maneuvers. I don't care about
Yeah,
that
so
stuff.
then you went, how did they tell you were going to go from there and back out again? You went to the next set of islands?
But to get ready, get situated, and this and that, check everything out. Off we go again. Went to
Saipan?
Or, no, that Roy no more, yeah, and then we came back and we went to Saipan, right?
It says, what were a couple of your most memorable experiences? Good or bad, whatever, I guess whatever was memorable.
Tell us we're ready to go home. We had enough, you're going home. Well, that wasn't easy for the officers to make that decision. They had we went through hell. I got to admit that we went through hell. Losing everybody, you train with these fellas and everything, and the first thing you know, they're not there with you. You feel like you're all by yourself, you know. And you look for them, you call their name, and everything changes there. All landing. And we always made the first wave landings because we were new, I guess. And, that wasn't easy. Making the first, well, even the guys jumping out of these planes, Normandy thing, that wasn't easy for them guys to jump out of those planes. It wasn't easy for those Marines landing on a place where they had to land out in water went up to their waist. I can't think of it.
Well, you told me before about jumping off of the boats, I guess the Higgins boats?
Yeah,
So you got,
landing crafts.
were you ready for, I guess, jumping off of those?
Well,
With all of your equipment?
all the equipment wasn't easy. We were floating around in the water, you're low in the water and everything. Just like the alligators they put on us. That landing craft too. It looked easy, we were almost halfway in the water. But when it hit the land, we were 2 stories up.
Yeah.
Then you had to jump a little, all that kind of stuff. But the landing craft, before you go with the landing craft for first waves and stuff like that, you have to, you talk to the coxswain, you know, and say, listen, buddy, they were good. They had it tough too. They made sure when you're going over this, you got to tell them, make sure you hit us at the beach and make sure you don't put the ramp out, went out in the water and all that stuff. They try to cooperate with you if they could, but they took a beating too. And first thing you know, you don't know who the hell you're talking to, and you just got to make a run for it. The ramp comes down and out you go, no matter what's out there, how they're facing you, which they are, they're all ready for you, you know, so you got to do it, you just have to run.
Were you awarded any medals or citations?
From yeah.
So how did you get them?
The Purple Heart, not the Purple Heart, Silver Star. Well, like one of those. Go ahead. But before that, I was lost in the Pacific. 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks, say 6 weeks. I was lost out there. Nobody knew where I was, this and that. We didn't even know where we were. We thought me and my buddy, I don't even know the guy's name. We slept together on top of this ship, the hatch here, topside, for all that time, for 6 weeks. He had no food doing that thing. And we just lived with it. You had to live with it. What the hell else you going to do? There was no Genos you're going to stop off. So you had to live with it. Well, that's what it was. Yeah, you had to take what they threw at you. And it was interesting. It was tough, but so what? Everybody else was in it. You know, you weren't there by yourself. Everybody else had the same problem you think you had. But it wasn't. I don't know. After it's all over, you gotta say, oh, it wasn't bad, but That's a lot of bull. But anyway.
Well, there's some questions here about just family and things like that. How did you stay in touch with your family? You started saying that a little bit. Yeah. So you didn't really.
No, I didn't really do it. I just wrote one letter, I think. I didn't want that. I don't want them worrying about me. Because everybody else had the same problem, you know. I was by myself. All these guys write letters home and they were giving me hell. Why don't I write letters and stuff like that? They would help me, you know, that stuff. I said, no way. Forget it. Maybe one or two, maybe, I don't know. So I never did any letter writing. I didn't even go to church, to be honest with you. I had what do you call them guys, as chaplains. I used to march them over to the chapel, and this and that. I used to stay outside, get them all in, and wonder what the hell happened to me. I said, I'm the rail there looking out the water and stuff like that. And the chaplain got me and he hit me on the shoulder. He says, how come you're not there? I said, no, I'm doing what I can. I know they're praying for me at home and all this stuff. I said, I know my mother is at the, what do you call it, statue, Blessed Mother, you know, and so she's praying for me. That's all. That's all I need. So that was the end of that, and whatever.
Yeah, well, here's an easier question. What was the food like?
We were buying most of our own. That's where all our money went. Most of it was our own. It was all right. What do you expect if you're there? There's nothing to expect, you know what I mean? There's nothing at all.
Let's see. Is there anything special you held for good luck? Or anything special you did for good luck?
My dog tags.
As long as you have it?
No, I don't have it, but you need that. I did, later on, when my buddy got killed, he put the light cigarette up, and I just happened to see his poncho go over his head. Those two ladies got hit already. And his buddy, who brought him over to me when I was still at the gun there and everything, and he said, he got hit. I said, I know he got hit, I've seen it. And I said, take him to the beach, take him out there, don't leave him here. Take him to the beach, he's bleeding all over. Matter of fact, all his blood came on my jacket. You got my jacket, or I think he has my jacket. And all his blood on it. That gave me inspiration to, keep going and whatever I want to do, because the poor guy was bleeding and I had his head against my chest there, and it wasn't easy, So his buddy says, I can't take him to the beach, you're going to be here all by yourself. I said, get out of here, I got my gunner here, that's come on, got so much feet away. I said, don't worry about me, get the hell out of here, take him over there, he's your buddy. We argued pretty good, he wanted to stay with me too, you can't do both. So that was it. So what else?
Okay. Well, how did people entertain themselves? What did you do when you were on leave?
We didn't get too much of that. No, we didn't get too much sleep, no. But we did, I went to look for my buddy, because just before we went over his side on the rope ladder and everything with our equipment, and at 1 o'clock in the morning, we had this symbol on top of the ship, on deck, to go over his side, and he got me on his shoulder, and he says, Eddie. I said, gee, Shorty. So I went to look for him, When I came back to Maui at Pearl Harbor, I went to look for him because we had that arrangement as we had a couple of beers in Pearl Harbor, and I couldn't find him. So later on, when I came back from after the war was over, I happened to see his brother when he was talking to me about it. So I let it go, and this is a strange thing that happened to me. I went to the Hubbages at the grocery store to get I don't know what the hell I got, well, to buy something, just, on my way back, I took a shortcut through the cemetery, Old Redeemer, Almond Street, Belbridge, whatever street there, and there I seen some flashing, like sun was hitting something, and it was, for me to look at, I'm looking, what the hell is that, I couldn't understand, so I said, the hell with it. So I forgot it, I kept on going. A couple days later, I went to the store again, same damn thing. So, what was it really? I followed it up to where it was, and it was his tombstone. That's enough.
Okay. Want to take a break?
Yeah.
Okay. Go back and ask you about after Roy Namor, what islands did you go to after that?
Saipan. Saipan wasn't easy. It was big and everything else like that, like I say, when you keep losing land, it's hard to, you couldn't get replacements right away, so you get thinner and thinner as you go along, you know what I mean? But it turned out good. For some reason, everybody worked together good. It was nice. It was very nice. But you got to feel sorry for the guys that lost their lives. That's what I like about Memorial Day. I mean, I don't like it, but it's something for everybody to remember. Don't forget, I'm a guy that came back with almost everything perfect about me. He was pretty good and everything else like it there. These guys that never came back. I came back to all the children, all the grandchildren. How many? I have 10, maybe more now. He just gave me some news. And it's amazing. It's amazing. There's lots of times I sit on the edge of my bed during the night. I don't sleep much. And that's what comes to me. How did I survive? That's impossible for me to survive. And all my friends and everybody, they're gone. And you make friends and you lose them. I don't know. And not only me, it's everybody that was in the service has the same problem. They're losing their men. They lose their buddies. And when you lose a buddy, you're losing their family too, because their girlfriends used to write to you, and their family, mother, father used to write to you, the different servicemen, just to keep harmony. And I keep saying that's what the Marine Corps was too, It was dedicated to, well, everybody was dedicated to the family, but I'm just trying to say that they were on top of everything while I was away. It surprised the hell out of me. And when, where am I?
You're about, Saipan. So when you were on Saipan, is that where were you wounded?
Titanium. Yeah. Me and my buddy Ted, we had a pact going on. They grabbed me. We were going to give up our lives for each other. That's what it's about. And it probably could have happened lots of times, but when he got killed, he was only about 20 feet away from me, and I made a dash for it, and he got it. He dropped like a ton of bricks. I couldn't get up to him because there was too much confusion going on and this and that. So later on, and things wired down. All of a sudden, I had to back off to where I came from and seen my commanding officer. I told him what happened, and he told me, go the other way now. I told him that they were all getting set up for big bad side, and he said, "You gotta move away from me." So anyway, that's where we were. So I see my buddies on the side of the hill there waiting to make their move. And the only way I could I thought they were pinned down, so I had to run into the gully, and that's where I got hit too. Try and get out of that gully again, and because I heard a lot of chatter down there, so God, they're in here too. So anyway.
What about where were they calling you trigger happy?
Roy the Moore, yeah, that night, yeah. Oh, when you see all the parachutes coming down with the flares and stuff like that, and the Navy's bombarding the beach and all that shit, you know, and it was confusing, but all of a sudden, it's the Japanese people, they believe in the rising sun. When the rising sun comes out, they're ready to commit suicide, everything. But these were Imperial Marines. They weren't just soldiers, and they were experts. They were the best Japan had. They were well built. To me, they were all young too. And so I happened to see them getting ready. That they loved to go after machine guns, which I had. I lost 3 or 4 machine guns.
You said you saw something?
Yeah, they're they love to kill the Marine. That's the Japs. The Imperial Japs. And, well, you know, they start moving around, and I seen them moving around, this and that. With machine gun, you know, everybody thinks, oh, you're going to pull that trigger and you're going to let 250 rounds go. I use common sense. I was good with couple shots at a time until it got too hectic and I had to open up because they were getting too damn close. And I guess I did all right. I got about 50, 60 of them. Probably a lot more. I don't know what the hell was out there. Nobody really knows. So things quiet down. Whatever. Whoever's in the war know what I'm talking about. Planes coming in from the ships trying to rescue their own men and stuff like that there. It wasn't a ball game. It was horrible.
What about, like we were talking before the camera came back on, when you were on Tinian and the bombers landing? I guess you had to take that island.
Yeah, we had to. Well, every island we went to, we had to take it so much time. There was no bullshit. There was no stopping for tea or coffee. We had to keep moving, and falling down and stuff like that. And, because everything was time work for those bombers to start going to Japan and the fighter planes going here and there. It wasn't easy. You know, the Marine Corps could name any ship they wanted, battleship, to come help them. And that was their priority, to do that, you know. So, like I say, they did a good job.
So I guess after those islands, then it was off to Iwo Jima.
Yeah.
So what was that like landing there?
Couldn't get off the beach. Had to go up the hill to Mount Chirachi for the ceremony, and so we couldn't make it. The equipment and the machine guns, we couldn't go. We tried, we couldn't get off the beach. We were on that damn beach for a good while trying to move. And they're yelling, move. You gotta move, the tanks are coming in. The 37s are coming, you gotta move. So where are you going to go? You know, you're bitching how about go to hell. Where can we go? But then you make a break, you go anyhow. Then you lose the men as you're doing it. It's not nice. It's suicide. But how did I survive? I do not know. That's what I see. I survived. Look what I came home to. A lot of my buddies who came home, they never got home. They lost their wives, they lost their children and everything else. Even like when you killed a kid jab, and their helmet came off and the pictures came out of their helmets and whatever, you know. They got children going, their family, their wives, saying so long to them and waving to them, all that's just, and the kids were dressed just like the kids in St. John's with white dresses on and stuff like that. And you kill them guys, and then you see these pictures laying there right next to them, and they're like, there, you think about your own children. You think about back home. No, it wasn't easy.
So I guess you saw the jumping off of the cliffs and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
So they thought you were coming to get them? Or
well, no, that was, we were told to line up. I sit with the machine gun. We were looking, he says there's going to be a lot of movement out there. But it might be all women, we don't know right now. But if you see any men, open fire. But thank God we didn't see any men. The fathers, like I said, a woman, they're carrying their children and throwing them over the cliff. Yeah. That beachhead was nothing but blood. Those kids are being thrown over. It's thrown right the hell over the cliff like it was nothing, you know. Lots of them, not just one or two, a lot of them. And then when you see a lot of kids, when you're going back and you see a lot of kids on that island, then you wonder, well, how come they didn't get thrown over, you know? But the children were protecting one another. That's what I see. I've seen a good picture where the 11-year-old girl, like Lucy, not Lucy, my grandchild, you know, holding a little kid that's only about 3 years old, 2 years old, maybe 1 year old, hugging them, and they're nothing to eat, just laying hiding in the rubbles and all that. It's terrible. That's why I'm all for Memorial Day. I keep saying to these guys in here, every place else it's nice to remember, because the guys in World War I, which I wasn't around, but we forgot about them guys. Memorial Day come, we did that, really get, you know, a little something, but nothing. But now it's different, because we're all the same ages and that there, and we gotta remember this. We've got to remember these guys that were breaking their ass out there. And it wasn't easy. They had to give up a lot to join up and everything like that there. They had to give up a lot. They had to give up their family life. Your mother and father and every old family which you left behind, they suffered. I mean, these vets we can't take all the glory. We had a job to do. We did our job. They had a hell of a job at home here. They had a hell of a job. Trying to get food, trying to get this, trying to get nylon, trying to get butter, all that stuff. I know because my father worked at Dock Street. And he brought stuff up. And he had to give it to everybody, whatever he brought home. It wasn't easy. Food was tough.
What about, I guess, your Silver Stars? What did you get? How did you get them, or what did you get them for?
For riding on the work on those jobs, and same thing for going into Tinian. I did the dumb move. I survived it. I was surprised when I came back. When we came back after the war was over, right? Yeah. And so we came back to, like I said, I was lost in the Pacific for about 6 weeks. I've seen everything about that Pacific. I don't want it anymore. So anyway, we came back and came back to Pearl Harbor. That's right, and there was a Jeep waiting for me to take me to my office because we were stationed there. That was our base, you know. So they took me there. They told me to get my khakis on and everything else. I said, khakis? I don't even know what else about CMAC. And they told me to on the same tent as when I left, and then we went back there. And, so anyway, I got dressed. And they said in the morning, they came to pick me up, and they took me to a hill in Maui. Before I got to the hill, there was an escort there. The Marine officers escorting me up to the hill. Marine Corps regimental band, part of it was playing. You know, I was being marched up there. It was a little foolish, you know, but I got to go along with that bullshit. So I went up there, and there were the big shots there, and presented me with the medal. And what thrilled me was that half of my battalion, most of my battalion, marched right by me in parade and bow fatigue and everything, with the machine guns and the equipment, the heavy equipment and everything. Parade right past me with eyes right and stuff like that, saluting me. I felt like a kid from Rochford. What the hell am I doing here? You know? So you got to go along with it, you know, get it over with, you know, like I'm trying to do right here.
Well, we'll go towards this then. I guess, do you recall when your service ended? I guess, where were you? What did you do after, I guess, when it was over?
I looked for a job, which I couldn't get. I don't want to go right back to work like anybody else. You were getting that 120 or 2020 or whatever they called it. Not 2020. Everybody went into that, so I took part of it too. You know, I didn't want to go to work. My parents didn't push me to go to work. So I ate some of that up, you know, this and that. And then when I had to go back to work, they put me back there. I had to go back to the machine shop. I didn't want no schooling. You know, I was too damn dumb to go to school once. So I wasn't ready for that. So Bill of Rights, whatever you call that. So
GI Bill?
GI Bill and all that stuff. And the opportunities were there. Oh yeah, for everything. I think it was. I didn't take any of it. And where am I at?
I guess, what did you do?
Oh, I had to go, after the money ran out, I had to go look for a job, which wasn't easy. I couldn't get a job.
You always told me you wanted to go join the police force.
No, I didn't want to go play. I wanted to go to, what do you call that?
SWAT?
SWAT. I wanted to go. But you had to be like a lawyer. They told me you got to know how to drive and all that kind of stuff, you know. So I thought, the hell, forget it, you know. So I was looking for a job. I don't want to end up in a machine shop again, you know, because it's too boring for me, you know. So anyway, I got the best job in the world. I couldn't get a job anywhere. I went to the city hall for a job, and they said, there's only a couple openings. There's openings laundry room in the Holmesburg prison, and the one with, what do you call that other place? Prison, I guess. The laundry room. I said, that's the only job you have for me in the laundry room? He said, oh no, we got another job. You want to be a trash man? I said, I love it. Okay, give it to me. I'm taking it. So I took it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed all my friends and laughs and everything else. I'm the only white guy doing that. And, I got along good with them fellow guys. They treated me nice. I got along very, very good. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. A trash job was a hell of a job. With that dog poop and all that stuff. People throwing up in plastic bags, and you got dumped in Or that hopper on explodes and gets all over you. So anyhow, I needed a pension and that's what I had to take, so I took it.
Here's a, did you keep in touch with any friends afterwards?
Yeah, I went on a few times. We went to part of Jersey, somewhere there. I had to meet over there. We went there and we had a nice swim. And they're not there anymore. They're all dead. But an idiot like me, I'm still moving. Yeah. So that's what's. It's hard for me to believe that I'm alive, honest to God.
I got a question for you. Would you ever want to go back to these islands now?
No.
Well, I mean, now some of them are, sometimes people go back just to...
No, I checked them. Some of my buddies, they were buried. They were buried in pot shields without pot shields. They were buried. They were blown up,
But you wouldn't want to go back to any of these islands just to see what they look like now?
I get mad if I find McDonald's.
Well, that's why I talked to you about that before, that some of them are resorts, vacation resorts on.
I can't, I don't like Wildwood, the lake. See, I don't like the ocean. I can't look at the ocean. I see bodies floating around. God, I might be a nut, but that's the way I feel.
Yeah, that's pretty much the end of this. So, anybody? I think I asked all my questions.
Good.
Anybody questions from the audience?
They're all in the bed. They're all in the bar.
They're all still here.
Anybody have any questions?
I can't hear you.
Do you have any questions?
I think you did a good job.